Hello and welcome to another episode of Dark Souls 2, and here you will find me in this lovely place called the Shrine of Amana. This is post-commentary again, by the way. So here I was explaining that I'd cleared some enemies out. You're going to see those enemies a bit later on in the episode, because I have to come through this area again. And again. And again. Yeah, this area did break me. So I'm doing post-commentary on this one again, because the live commentary I did was just basically... it was just unusable, really. So there's a summon sign up to the right there. I think it's somebody the brave. There's one of those archdrake jobbies on that little bit of island there, they can be troublesome, most definitely. And I think here I do show, this is an NPC, because it's always there, and I can't remember what it's called. Felicia the Brave. Brave Felicia. Looks like she's got like a jousting rod there as a weapon. Item here, which is Large Soul of a Proud Knight and Old Radiant Life Gem. So you can see that archdrake I was on about earlier. Yeah, so this area has proved very troublesome for me. So I still having nightmares about this. These casters are a pain. They have homing soul arrows. There's a little bit of wall under the water there. What I would like to say as well is when I was playing this, it was a very sunny day. I cannot see that water. And there are a lot of holes. Just like that one there. So, here I am. Back in the same spot. I think I last a little bit longer than that. This time around. As you can see, I have a different shield on at the moment. Due to its high magic resistance. Its physical resistance is terrible, which you will find out later on. So I think I'm just stood admiring the beautiful Erin. Oh, I'm showing off the shield. I forget what the shield's called. I have no idea what that... Oh, golden wing shield. There we go. And yeah, you can see I picked up a Staff of Amana. That's off one of the casters. You will see more of that later on. You can see that it upgrades S with... Well, I thought it was in intelligence, but I'm not sure that it actually is. And I never did bother to actually go on to the show item info or whatever it is, and you can go on all these little icons and it tells you exactly what it is. Even now I haven't bothered to do that, but I will do. So here you can see what it is like, this archdrake here. On their own they're not too much of a problem. You can see the damage he's doing through the shield I've got on, which I wasn't prepared for. And I'm taking a bit of a battering. Taking damage through shields is something that I've been getting quite used to, really. Just lately. Slumbering Dragon Shield and an Old Radiant Life Gem. Nice drop from him. I don't think the Slumbering Dragon Shield is particularly useful as a shield, but I believe it does regenerate your stamina quickly. Like the Chloranthy Ring. I don't know what I was pissing about at here. I picked up a Witch Tree Bellvine as well. Eventually I will go on the shield. There we go. Yes, that one. Seems to do lightning damage, which I hadn't noticed before. Interesting that a shield would do that. Oh, spell parries? That's interesting. I don't know what shield it was on, but I just noticed spell parry. Does that mean I can parry spells? I wish I'd known that previously. So you can see there's a caster over here. He can be a bugger to get to, or she can. I believe these are female. But anyway, just get in there. You're getting hit by other casters as well. I don't know why I hesitated there. I'm apprehensive getting hit by that caster to the left. There's also another 2 further forward, so I managed to stand here and not get hit with the homing soul arrows. Get a quick flask in here. So yeah, this whole episode is basically me getting through this area. Or you know, this is probably the most trouble I've had in this game so far. You can see that there's just these casters are everywhere. They home in on you. You can't move very well in the water. There are sheer drops everywhere. It's roll on. I would love to be back in the Black Gulch right now. So I managed to finally get to some cover and stop them casting at me. Get a flask in. And I think I'm just composing myself here. This was very rage-inducing. So this is an interesting thing. One thing that Dark Souls 2 does not do is have draw distance. So you clearly saw there were 2 casters there shooting at me with their magic. Couldn't see them whatsoever. And if you look in the distance, you will notice that they will appear. Oh, there's one. Just saw it there. You can see it casting the magic now. But the golden wing shield, was it called? It's doing its job for now. And then finally the caster sort of leaves me alone, so I can start getting some arrow hits in on that bugger. Unfortunately, it's not doing as much damage as I would like. So I'm just making sure that is actually hitting the pillow. The pillow? That is a pillar, not a pillow. I'm just making sure that they aren't actually hitting me, because I wasn't quite sure. And another arrow, and she's finally done. So that's another caster down. Now I went this way before. I was very apprehensive, so I'm not sure where I can go. I don't know where the holes are. The holes seem to be in pretty random places. So now I'm trying to find the other one. And rest assured, she is over there somewhere. I just can't see her. So I'm inching forward. Again, because and this guy appears and I'm like, go away. It's a very perilous place. This is anyone that has played this game. I'm sure that you will have some sort of sympathy. You'd have probably been laughing your ass off at some of the comments I was coming out with. So there you can see the sheer drop fire. Well, I could not see that whatsoever with the sun out, because there was just glare on the TV screen. So I'm just trying to make my way over towards this caster, and then this guy gets involved, which is thoroughly annoying. So I accidentally pressed the D-pad there. So managed to get rid of her, and this guy just gets yeah, a soul spear. I didn't mean to. Picked up another staff of Amana there, as you can see, and then I'm like, oh shit, I didn't see you guys there. And then I didn't realise that I've got this shield on and I can't move in the water. And they just give chase, and I'm trying my best to fall back to a place where I've got a bit of a chance. I come back to here, I'm thinking I'll shut the door on them. But why? It wouldn't let me shut the door. The prompt just wouldn't come up, and then when it did, it was too late. Took big hits there, and then bam, through the shield. And have to go through this area yet again, all the way back to the previous bonfire. So here I am in this room yet again. You can see that the archdrakes, they've gone now. I've still got 25,858 souls. I think when I was fighting them, I did try and summon that NPC in, and it didn't work. I did try to press the buttons, but evidently it wasn't working. So I'm still very nervous, apprehensive. I think I've cleared everything out, but I'm aware that this I don't know if you noticed, but with the archdrakes, the two archdrakes, there was this creature here as well, this caster. She was actually healing them as well, so that's why I drew them to that room, because they killed me again previously to this. So yeah, she's healing herself as well, and I'm just peppering her with arrows. She tries again, but an arrow to the head sorts her out. And the sense of relief here was immense, because I could finally get to that fog gate, and all I am thinking here now is, please don't be a boss, please don't be a boss. I'd got the ring of life protection on. Somebody put joy, indeed, definitely. So I just go for it. Yeah, I'm just checking I've got that that ring on. So here we go. And I'm relieved that this isn't a boss fight, and I'm like, oh god, these bloody things. So I think they're spewing acid, I think it is. I know it degrades your armour. But to be honest, I don't really get close enough to them for them to do any damage. As you can see, I'm just peppering them with my arrows. No need to get too risky with them. There's the orange stuff. It's orange soda. And I bravely go and take him on with my hammer and miss completely. So jumping hammer attack, he gets a hit in on me as well, the little bugger. So that's them cleared away. So venturing forth, what has he dropped me? A life gem. It was very kind of him to drop me a life gem. So I can't really see much of what he's ahead. I see more of those things, and then those messages randomly appeared and then disappeared. So again, just taking them out with the arrows. Bear in mind, by this point, my blood pressure is through the roof. I totally had enough of this place. Little did I know. Little did I know. So yeah, this episode has been 2 days in the making. I was playing this. I'm commentating on what I played yesterday. I was in no condition to be doing any post commentary after it. So bonfire here, and I'm relieved because I know that I don't have to go through that bloody area one more time. This is. Oh yeah, I'd forgotten about him. Mort Winchester. So yeah, then I notice, oh bloody hell, there's a giant one, and it just constantly spams that. and you can't get close enough to lock on, so I couldn't use magic. So I end up peppering this bastard with arrows. So yeah, I was playing the end footage you'll see at the end of this episode. I was playing that earlier today. Today is Thursday, I believe. Yes, it is. So that bugger's gone down. I was seriously contemplating bringing him in just to help me get through this area. I'm glad I'm actually looking at this. I may well use him. And then get to this area, there are more casters. And the fact that they home in, their magic is homing in on me. I had to take a minute there to just console myself and come up with a plan. And but you can't guess what my plan is. Pretty well much the same thing I've been doing most of this area, peppering with arrows. But you can see at the bottom I've only got 14 arrows. I don't think I'd realise just how low I was on arrows. And I'm getting hit by these soul arrows, which is frustrating me. So I think you can just about get into a position where you can hit her, but she can't hit you. And this is that position. It's very hard to find, because I don't think I found that again. So she's gone down. So I'm having a look. You can also hear this singing, and it was quite nice the first time I came to this area and heard this singing. I was like, oh, this is quite nice, and a false sense of security overcame me. And now I've grown to loathe it. So I'm just having a look around here. I'm aware there's another caster there. I was having a look to see if there's any more casters. So I'm being very careful. It's amazing when the sun isn't shining through my TV how easy it is to see the holes in the water. But honestly, I could not see them at all whatsoever while I was actually playing this. So this is a good strategy here. I used this strategy in a later part of this episode. She didn't actually cast any magic whatsoever at me, which was very nice of her. So I'm just having a look here to see if there are any more casters. I'm also looking to make sure that I'm not going to all of a sudden fall to my death. And I'm thinking, I bet there's loads of holes in this area where these items are. Yeah, so I was looking here to see what was actually creating that green mist. I don't think it actually does anything to you, but clarify that later on. So Skeptic Spice there. So I'm looking, I didn't spot that guy till the last minute. It really loves to lock on the other one there. So I managed to kill that one. There's a message there, which you can't actually see the messages that people leave in this area. So I hit him with an arrow and he's just sort of like, oh, I'm just going to chill here, make a ripple in the water. And he's forcing me to push forwards. So I pick up that item, some crimson water, and then I find yet another caster. And then I'm invaded by Dark Spirit Peculiar Kindlelaw. So I think I'll make my way up in here so I'm not confined by the water on my movements. So here he comes, and then bloody hell, looks like a crystal soul spear. Doesn't do that bad damage. Tries to hit me again, but he takes some damage with, I mean, that blooming pathetic little shield he's got really does absorb some damage, and then all of a sudden he just hits me with that, and I'm like, oh my god, what the hell? It's like some mega dark orb, and then he fires that at me, which I managed to dodge, get a flask in. This guy is tough. So I had to go away, and that spell is just ridiculously overpowered. I wish my magic did that much damage. So, another death for you. So luckily I haven't got too far to get back to here. So I think I've cleared out the area. I'm inching my way forward here. What is this item? Human effigy, which will come in handy. Although I think I've got like, I think that's like the 23rd one I've got now. And then here he comes, the invader. So, and then I'm really disorientated here. He hits me with that magic. And then there's just a random hole there, which I must have skirted close to before. So that was enough to make me rage quit. So you may see I am using, I believe it's the large club. Or it's a big club anyway. And I've upgraded that to +6. I used a soul vessel to reset all my stats, so I've took a bit out of faith and vigour and something else, and basically put it into strength. So I've got a lot more strength now, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to do a bit more melee damage with this club once I get it fully reinforced. So cleared out that caster. So I'm just inching my way in here. I'm waiting for the invader, because invaders must die. So yeah, I was having to farm a lot of souls. I used some of my souls that I've already got as well. And I was having to farm. I was farming in the Iron Keep, and even though, and I didn't realise this, which is another thing that has really irritated me about the game. Even though you have cleared the area out, there's no boss there, you can still get invaded in that area, because I got invaded in the Iron Keep. Now, my plan was to do some summoning, so to get summoned into other people's games so that I could help them out. I tried at the Iron Keep for the old Iron King, was it? Couldn't get summoned in there. I tried by the Looking Glass Knight, who I still can't remember what his bloody proper name is, but you know, the dude with the mirror shield. So I went there, I managed to get summoned in, and then I got immediately kicked out, and then I was signed out of Xbox Live, and Dark Souls just refused to let me go online. So yeah, I took a big hit there when I'm trying to get into this area, because I was convinced that coming in here was the best strategy, because otherwise he's just going to cause me a lot of pain. So I'm thinking I'll give him a taste of my magic. He fires that bloody thing at me. And look at that resistance he's got on there. I did get a good hit on him with the second soul spear. He got a hit on me, so I'm going to back off and flask up. Yeah, so anyway, this the invader in the old keep. Just that this, you know, I was annoyed because it's like, in this game, PvP is enforced on you. You are forced to commit to play PvP, and that's not what I got into the Souls games for, was the PvP. It was me against the game, and helping other people. That's what got me into Dark Souls, not PvP. The PvP is cack. I can't stand it, because basically, so there you can see that I got rid of him. So yeah, I'll go and have a look at what these items are here as well. So yeah, this invader was using, like, got a pathetic little knife, and they'd be standing there swiping this blade, and it's doing damage to me, and it's like, no, it's nowhere near me whatsoever. It was absolutely ridiculous. So this invader ended up killing me, I was experimenting with different weapons to see which one I was going to upgrade as well. I was looking at the I had the Zweihander on, I hadn't got it upgraded whatsoever. Do you think I could hit the bugger with it? No. It's like, it looked like it should be hitting, and it wasn't. And that's why I cannot stand PvP on Dark Souls. In Dark Souls 2, I should add. In Dark Souls, it was always a choice. You could always avoid being invaded. Dark Souls 2, it's like, no, it really pushes being invaded on you, and just it's frustrating. And it's one of the things that so Red Iron Twin Blade there, Soul of a Proud Knight. I didn't have a look at them. I was thinking to myself, damn, I wish I'd put my decks up if I'd have picked something up like that. No, I'm quite happy with this ginormous club. I was thinking about using the greatsword, but it's so stupidly heavy. It's ridiculously heavy. It's still something I may use. I may do later on. So I'm checking out how am I going to get to this item. I know I'm expecting a sheer drop any second. And then I could see the edge there, and I was like, how do you get to that item? And I noticed there was just enough width for you to get around there. And then I was going to leave it, and then I seen that message that said scroll, and I was like, this is going to be some magic, isn't it? Homing Crystal Soul Mass, and I'm like, oh, that is fantastic. So I was really happy at this moment, and then realisation set in. Bet I'm only going to have 2 uses of it. Well, I believe you get 3 uses of it. So, better than a kick in the shitter, I suppose. Anyway, so I'm making my way through here slowly, because I'm expecting there to be holes everywhere, because, you know, why wouldn't there be? So yeah, this large club is at +6 because I haven't got Titanite chunks at all. I'm sure there was an enemy that was dropping Titanite chunks for me. Can't remember what it was. So I'm here checking out the Soul of Brave Warrior, Petrified Dragon Bone, and some Crimson Water. So that is... oh, that's the second time that bugger has made me jump. So that's pretty well much the end of this episode. Oh no, it isn't. I go and get that item over there. So again, you need to be very, very careful, because you can see the sheer drop there. I can't... honestly, it was so difficult to see it yesterday when the sun was out. And today it's pissing it down rain, so a large Soul of a Proud Knight. And I did contemplate hugging that wall and getting around, but I could see that I was just going to drop, so I left it. And that is basically the end of this episode. The next episode, I will be hopefully getting out of this bloody area, because I am sick of this singing. I don't know if you kill that woman earlier in the second. Does the singing stop? I don't know. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. See you later. Goodbye.